Grimesland market update in North Carolina, September 2022.
But first, let's hit it. Hi, this is Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and our channel, please subscribe and get notified when we put a podcast and video for you.
Honestly, get calls and texts all the time at 252-327-3357. I'm looking for people looking to buy and to sell. So if you want our help in either way, please call us. Happy to talk to you anytime.
Therefore, one of the small city in North Carolina, especially in Pitt County, is basically Grimesland. Around 550 people, the population is in this town. And today we wanted to talk about the housing market in this area.
Yeah, very small but very mighty.
Yes, and we wanted to talk about the inventory in this place and also all the fun part. Let's start with the inventory, which is include the number of active listing and pending listing. What is the pending listing?
Let's talk about pending listings are houses that have already accepted a contract, but it takes on average a bank to close on that home 30 days. It can be longer, it can be 45 depending on the type of loan, but it can even be longer than that, but typically it's 30 days. So it takes 30 days to close on a house. So this is a pending means that somebody has already bought that house. They just haven't got the keys to move in yet.
Yes.
So if you're an active buyer, I say stick to the active listings, the ones that are available to purchase, and we should be ready to pounce because this market is super fast. So let's talk about it.
Therefore, just from last year, we had 41.7% decrease.
He likes to go into the percentages
in the active listing, and we'll just give you the percentages, and then that means that our number from 12 went to the 7. And if you
so active listings in August 2022, there were 7 active listings in this market. This is the key. So if you're looking for how much was there, last year in July for active listings there was 5. So it actually has increased a little bit from month.
This year, July.
Yeah, from this year. And then last year in August it was 12. So it has decreased from last year about active listings. Again, we will tell you why after. Now we can go into the percentages.
Yes, I already talked about the percentages from the last month. We had actually increase of 40% because we went from the 5 to 7. Now the pending, we just had 6 houses this month, and the last month was 2 houses, and last year this time we had 9 houses. Means if you wanted to compare it to the last month, we had 200% increase, which is crazy because we went from 2 to 6.
But that's just month to month. Let's talk about from last year. It is actually down 33%.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I would compare it a little bit longer than month to month, but sometimes month to month gives us a feel of what's going on. And then sold. There was 4 sold in August. 7 in July of the month before, and then in August last year there was 12. Now I want to also say there is new construction happening here in Grimesland, a lot of new construction in the area. So if you are looking for a house with land and opportunity and nice little subdivision super close to the Greenville area, Grimesland is a place for you. Let's just talk about those Let's talk about those list prices and sales prices because this is more interesting for many people.
Yes, therefore the numbers is going to scare you because we're going to talk about in August 2022, this listing price median was $499,000.
Amazing, right? If you live in Grimesland, you're jumping up and down as a seller. Woohoo! And this also means there was also less new construction this month than there was last month. So, I mean, there's new construction that's popped up now. So if you want to get on this new construction, it's right there. The average sold in August 22 was $347,500. So even if you're looking at a smaller home in the area, your average sales price is still amazingly good. Now let's talk about the month before in July.
A month before, actually, the list price, median list price was $589,900.
But the average sales price is a little bit more steady at $310,000. Now, comparing it to last year and last year's list prices, that was $368,900, and the average sales price was
$277,500.
Now let's do percentages. You love percentages.
Therefore, the list price percentages from last year to this year went up 35.27%,
Right.
and median sales price from last year to this year went 25.33 from these numbers.
The average square foot in Grimesland, in case you're a homeowner and you just want to get a down and dirty feel of what your house is worth, is $167 a square foot. So this means if you go around your house and you know what your general square footage of your house is, times it by 167 and you have a really rough estimate of how much your house is going to be worth right now.
Yes, and of course you should look at it because the price with the square footage is opposite inversely and then is not always the same, but that's the median
I said the quick and
footage.
dirty.
And price reduction, we have just two, therefore there was no 0% from the last year. And the sold to listed ratio, actually, it went quite a bit down.
But again, the new
69%.
construction also disappeared for a little while. Now it's back.
And the off market, almost 0%.
What does that mean? Because this is a new one. We don't typically do Grimesland. Off market means it's either private listings or people are just going online and looking how much their house might be worth. This means if it is 0 in Grimesland, that means everybody apparently in Grimesland is super happy in their homes and they are sitting pretty and they are not moving at all to the point of 0%. So apparently everybody in Grimesland, y'all are happy.
Yes, therefore, if we go to the home value index according to the Zillow, some of you that you bought this year house, you can tell you that the house from January to August, that the data is available, it went 9.98% appreciated.
Amazing.
It means we went from 241, the median thousand, to 265. $1,055. Therefore,
this is why we always tell you if you're a buyer and worried about the market and the market shifting, it's always the right time to buy is the right time for you. 100% every single time. You know what's going on in your life. You know if there's a baby, no baby, what's going on.
Yes.
Do you need more space? Do you need less space? Do you just want to pay other people's mortgages or do you want to pay your own mortgage? So this is always, you can always refi later. Those things come and go. But if you want to be somewhere where you're looking at that appreciation for your own, then it's really time to buy because you really are interested in it, because you care, not about what the scare media tells you.
Therefore, now we're going to shift to days on the market.
Yes.
Days on the market actually was 6 days, the median in the market, and the last month's.
Again, new construction kind of disappeared for a little while in Grimesland. It was finished and now it's back. So.
And last month was 4 days. And the last year, this time was 13 days. Definitely, the market got faster, almost 54% fast increase of the day on the market, which is super fast. What about the absorption rate?
Tell me about the absorption rate.
Absorption rate is what? Basically tells you that we are in the buyer's or seller's market, and that's actually tells you how it affects on the price of the home. And the absorption, what is the absorption rate?
It was 0.82
this month.
This month. Last month it was 0.57, and last year at this time it was 1.52, which means it has decreased from last year, an average of 43.85%.
Yes, and definitely got hotter with respect to the last months because we went from 0.57 to 0.82. Therefore, all things that we said, basically, we had the appreciation for many of you. Definitely is important for you to understand because you have the equity in your house.
Absolutely.
And
if you're buying and you're really thinking, I want to be in a place that's smaller, that might not even have school, might share school with other places because it's a small little community, then this is a great little bedroom community for you to think about. So, I mean, Grimesland is right there, right next to Greenville. We super close to many amenities, many things, super easy to get to many places.
Yes. And I hope this podcast and video is useful, provided you useful information.
And if you have more questions, call us at 252-327-3357.
And see you in the next episode.
Bye.